Welcome back to 1979 de Washington Carte dollar. The 1979 D Washington quarter is not made of solid silver. Like other quarters produced after 1964, it features a copper core covered with layers of copper nickel, giving it its familiar silver-colored appearance. The coin weight. Professional grading companies use the Sheldon grading scale, which ranges from Poor 1 to Mint State 70. A circulated coin with visible wear generally carries little premium, while an uncirculated coin receives a mint state grade beginning at MS60. Coins graded MS63 are considered choice uncirculated, while MS65 examples are classified as gem mint state. The highest quality surviving examples often receive grades of MS66, MS67, or even higher if they display nearly flawless surfaces, excellent luster, and a strong strike. An average circulated 1979 D Washington quarter is usually worth only 25 cents. Uncirculated examples in lower mint state grades may sell for only a few dollars. Coins graded MS65 often bring prices between $20 and $50, depending on eye appeal and market demand. Superb MS66 examples can command significantly higher values, while certified MS67 coins have sold for several $100s at auction. Registry quality coins with exceptional preservation continue to attract serious collectors willing to compete for the finest known examples. One reason high-grade examples are so valuable is because producing a flawless modern coin is more difficult than many people imagine. During the minting process, newly struck coins are stacked in large bins, where they quickly develop small contact marks from hitting one another. These tiny imperfections reduce the number of coins capable of receiving the highest grades decades later. As a result, truly pristine 1979 D quarters are surprisingly scarce. Collectors also search for mint errors on the 1979 D Washington quarter. Although error coins represent only a tiny fraction of total production, they can be worth many times more than ordinary examples. One of the most dramatic errors is an off-center strike. This occurs when the blank planchet is not properly aligned with the dies before striking, causing part of the design to be missing. The farther the strike is off-center while still showing the complete date, the more desirable the coin often becomes. Another exciting error is the double strike. In this situation, the coin is struck twice without being properly ejected from the press. This creates overlapping images that are easy to recognize and highly collectible. Genuine double-struck quarters are scarce and can command impressive prices depending on the strength and location of the second strike. Broad-struck quarters are another interesting variety. These coins were struck outside the retaining collar, allowing the metal to spread beyond its normal diameter. As a result, the coin appears wider than usual and lacks the raised rim found on standard quarters. Because broad strikes occur during the minting process, collectors consider them legitimate mint errors. Clip planchet errors also receive significant attention. These occur before striking when the blank metal disc is improperly punched from the metal strip, leaving a curved section missing from the finished coin. Authentic clip planchets show distinctive characteristics that grading experts use to confirm their originality. Another feature collectors examine carefully is the quality of the strike. Some 1979 D quarters display stronger details than others, especially on Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers. Coins with bold, sharp designs generally attract greater collector interest than weakly struck examples. Original mint luster is equally important. A coin that still shines with its natural cartwheel effect often commands a premium over one with dull or damaged surfaces. One of the biggest mistakes beginners make is cleaning their coins. Many people believe that making a coin shiny increases its value, but the opposite is usually true. Cleaning removes the original surface and leaves tiny scratches that professional grading companies can detect immediately. A clean coin almost always sells for less than a naturally preserved example. If you believe you have a valuable 1979 D Washington quarter, it is best to leave it exactly as you found it. Proper storage is essential for maintaining value. Handle the coin only by its edges to avoid fingerprints. and place it in a protective holder designed specifically for coins. Store it in a cool, dry location away from humidity and direct sunlight. These simple precautions can help preserve the coin's original appearance for many years. The 1979 D Washington quarter represents an important chapter in American coinage. It was produced during a period when the United States Mint was striking hundreds of millions of coins each year to meet the nation's growing demand for circulating currency. Although millions were made, relatively few remain in superb condition today, making top-quality examples increasingly desirable among collectors. Auction records continue to demonstrate the importance of condition. Two coins with the same date and mint mark can have dramatically different values based solely on preservation. A heavily worn coin found in circulation may be worth only its face value, while another preserved in nearly perfect mint state condition could sell for hundreds of dollars. That incredible difference is what makes coin collecting both exciting and rewarding. If you own a jar of old quarters, inherited a coin collection from a family member, or simply enjoy checking your pocket change, take a few moments to examine every 1979 D Washington quarter you find. Look closely at the mint mark, inspect the surfaces under good lighting, and search for unusual errors or exceptional preservation. Even if you don't discover a rare variety, you'll gain valuable experience in recognizing what collectors seek. Every great coin collection begins with curiosity. Many of today's experienced collectors started by examining ordinary coins they received as change. Over time, that curiosity turned into knowledge, and knowledge led to remarkable discoveries. The 1979 D Washington quarter reminds us that even a common-looking coin can tell an important story about American history, craftsmanship, and the fascinating world of numismatics. So the next time someone hands you a quarter, don't rush to spend it. Take a closer look, because the coin in your hand could be far more valuable than 25 cents. Hidden among millions of ordinary quarters may be one extraordinary example waiting to be discovered, and that discovery could become the highlight of your collection, or the next incredible story featured on Hardest Penny. It sounds like you want a single, continuous YouTube script for your channel. One small note: a script of 1,200 words and the instruction to write it without headings conflicts with your request to include the coin's heading in bold. I'll follow your later instruction by including only one bold coin title at the beginning, with the rest as one continuous script and no sections. 1987 de Washington carte $. What if the loose quarter sitting in your pocket right now could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? Most people never think twice before spending a Washington quarter, but experienced coin collectors know that some ordinary-looking coins hide extraordinary value. Today, we're taking a close look at one of the most talked-about modern U.S. quarters, the 1987 D Washington quarter. At first glance, it appears to be just another everyday coin, but there are fascinating details, rare errors, and high-grade examples that have made this coin a favorite among collectors. Before you spend your next quarter, you may want to examine it carefully, because the difference between an ordinary coin and a valuable one often comes down to tiny details that many people overlook. One reason the 1987 D Washington quarter attracts attention is that many examples entered circulation immediately after leaving the mint. Unlike some earlier coins, relatively few were intentionally saved in large quantities by collectors. As a result, finding a truly flawless example today is much harder than most people expect. Coins with sharp details, brilliant luster, and no noticeable contact marks are increasingly difficult to locate, especially in the highest certified grades. Professional grading services evaluate coins using the Sheldon grading scale, which ranges from 1 to 70. A grade of MS-60 indicates an uncirculated coin with noticeable imperfections, while MS-65 represents a gem-quality specimen with excellent eye appeal. At the very top of the scale, MS-67 and MS-68 examples are extremely scarce for this issue. These high-grade coins often become the center of competitive bidding whenever they appear at auction. An ordinary circulated 1987 D Washington quarter usually sells for no more than face value. An uncirculated coin graded around MS-63 may be worth several dollars. Higher quality examples graded MS-65 often command prices between $15 and $40, depending on market demand and eye appeal. Coins graded MS-66 can sell for considerably more, while superb MS-67 examples have realized several $100s. The finest known specimens, especially those certified at the highest available grades, have reached well over $1,000 in major auctions because collectors competing for top registry sets are willing to pay substantial premiums for the best surviving examples. Another reason this coin remains popular is the possibility of mint errors. Although genuine error coins are uncommon, they can transform an otherwise ordinary quarter into a highly valuable collectible. Off-center strikes are among the most recognizable errors. These occur when the blank planchet is not properly aligned during striking, causing part of the design to be missing. The value depends on how far off-center the strike is while still showing the date and mint mark. Double strikes are another fascinating error. These occur when a coin is struck more than once, creating overlapping images that can be dramatic and highly collectible. Genuine double-struck quarters are rare, and their value depends on the strength of the second strike and the overall appearance of the coin. Collectors also search for clipped planchets, where part of the metal blank is missing before striking. These crescent-shaped errors are created during the blanking process at the mint and are highly sought after when authenticated. Another desirable error is a broad strike, which occurs when the retaining collar fails during striking, allowing the coin to spread outward. Broad-struck quarters appear wider than normal and lack the standard raised rim. If you happen to own a 1987D Washington quarter, examining it under proper lighting can reveal details that are invisible to the naked eye. A magnifying glass with at least 10x magnification allows you to inspect the mint mark, lettering, rims, and surfaces for unusual characteristics. Collectors often look for strong luster, clean fields, minimal contact marks, and fully detailed design elements. Storage also plays an important role in preserving value. Even a beautiful uncirculated quarter can lose its appeal if it develops scratches or fingerprints. Coins should always be handled by their edges and stored in protective holders or archival quality flips. Cleaning a coin is one of the biggest mistakes a collector can make because even gentle polishing leaves microscopic scratches that professional graders can easily detect. A cleaned coin typically sells for much less than an untouched example. The 1987D Washington quarter also represents an interesting period in modern American coinage. During the 1980s, the U.S. Mint focused on producing enormous quantities of circulating coins to meet public demand. While millions entered everyday commerce, relatively few survived in pristine condition. This explains why collectors continue searching for high-grade examples decades later. Auction history has shown that condition truly is everything. Two quarters with the same date and mint mark may have vastly different values depending on preservation. A worn example found in circulation might be worth only 25 cents, while another preserved in nearly perfect condition since the day it was struck could sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. That dramatic difference is one of the reasons coin collecting remains such an exciting hobby. If you search through old piggy banks, inherited coin jars, bankrolls, or family collections, you may eventually discover a sharp-looking 1987D Washington quarter. Even if it turns out not to be worth a fortune, the experience of learning about the coin and understanding what makes certain examples valuable is rewarding in itself. Every collector starts by examining ordinary coins, and sometimes those ordinary coins reveal extraordinary surprises. The next time you receive change at a grocery store, gas station, or a vending machine, don't dismiss your quarters without taking a closer look. Check the date. Look for the small D mint mark. Examine the surfaces for exceptional preservation or unusual mint errors. That simple habit could lead to an exciting discovery, because valuable coins are sometimes hiding in the most unexpected places. The 1987D Washington quarter reminds us that history, craftsmanship, and rarity can all exist within a single 25-cent coin. Whether you're an experienced numismatist or someone just beginning a collecting journey, This coin offers a fascinating opportunity to learn, explore, and perhaps even uncover a hidden treasure that has been overlooked for decades. And who knows? The next quarter you hold could be far more valuable than its face value suggests, making every handful of change worth a second look.